Hi friends, we're live. We made it. I promised. Our cameras are just off a little bit. Not much. Probably like that. There we go. They're just a little big because my windows were a little big. But anyway, we're here. We're back. We're queer. We're playing some Animorphs. It is finale day for our second season of Morphs in the Swamp. I know. We made it. It was only supposed to be 10 weeks, but it took like twice as long because stuff happens. And of course, on finale day, Windows is just like, you know what I want to do? Update for everybody, including me. And it was just like, oh, it's not. It's like I was saying on Sunday at Sword and Key. It's not a premiere or a finale without some sort of technical issues. It just happens. But we're here. We're gonna see what happens here today on the Morphs. As far as everyone is in their wrong spaces. There we go. Sorry. Now you're correct.
Hey.
Someone morphed each other for a second there.
The first time?
Something. So, what? Alright, are you okay? Are you sneezing? Chill. Sorry, my cat. A yerk in the brain can take care of that. Yeah, probably. Hi, Four. Speaking of, just to let y'all know, this Morphs in the Swamp, Morphs in the Dark, is a hack done by On the Warprint, as you see here, on Twitch and on Itch, and you can get it for free. And we're a rules-light kind of game. We just do what we do here, cause it's fun. We'll go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves and their characters, and I have to come up with the last icebreaker of the season, but this is honestly the question of all questions in the 90s. McDonald's or Burger King?
Okay.
And if you have a third option, please let me know.
Was Wendy around at that time? Because
it was.
She was, yeah. I just didn't have one in my town until like 2008.
Okay, well, hi, I'm Roland Hanako Science Rodriguez. You can call me Ollie, and I play your prince, Javier. And he loves himself a redhead. He's gonna go with Wendy.
Is that all you had? Okay.
Oh, that's all I got. Yeah, I was going with Wendy.
Riley has black hair, so
that's the same thought. I was sitting there thinking that. That's like, okay.
But I mean, okay.
But added. Sometimes I mix reality and not reality. It happens.
It happens. What about you? Your personal preference? What was your personal preference?
I like
in the 90s?
I like Burger King. It's got the meatless burger, and I don't eat red meats anymore because my gallbladder said "fuck you" some time ago.
Fair.
Plus, I like the fries. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I do. They're flaky on the outside and soft on the inside, and I'll fuck with it.
That is a hot take. That is a hot take. Yeah. Okay.
I am Anna, aka Archival Desk Buddy, most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer and podcaster. Find me on Twitter at Archival Desk Bud. I play Riley, the Estrine, all-around band geek and fantasy nerd.
And you're also not in the Google.
It did it again. It does this every week.
Betrayal.
It is betrayal. Hang on.
I want to get the Shaggy's Wasn't Me as a soundbite.
It was me.
We'll redo the link. Quickly, come on, internet.
While we're waiting for this, no, back in the day, Burger King was the real meat place. Because there's char grilled, remember? That Whopper. Yeah. The 90s fast food wars. Which Taco Bell survived, apparently, but...
All restaurants are Taco Bell now.
Yep.
Everything will become Taco Bell.
I respect that Taco Bell said we have one flavor, and we're just going to keep doing that
awesome.
one.
Now, go
I
ahead.
am in.
Try again.
Yes, I play Riley all around, or do the whole thing. I am Anna, aka Archival Desk Bunny, most places on the internet. Korean shows, advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter at Archival Desk Bun. And I play Riley all around band geek and fantasy nerd. And her favorite fast food place. She is from Racine, Wisconsin, and is all about Culver's in Wisconsin in the 90s.
Don't even know
Why
what
are
that
there
is.
shakes of disapproval?
I have no idea what Culver's is. I've never
The
heard of
butter
it in my entire
burgers.
life. Yeah.
Never had butter burgers
No.
and shakes, and it's quite good.
I've never existed in the Midwest.
Yeah, not over
That
here
is
either.
so local.
It is. I mean, they're all over the place now. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know. We have one here. But yeah, it's a Wisconsin chain.
I'm Nilsine. I play Tony, our Battleborn, who probably goes McDonald's of the two. However, I am originally from Southern Oregon, so I go in and out.
Don't try to pass it to me because I'm live.
As everyone
Oh.
from Southern Oregon did.
I've never had In-N-Out.
It's okay.
So
It's
I've
not
never
that
gone
great.
It's
off
West
the-
Coast. It's
I know. My
way too
sister had it.
overhyped, to be honest, but it's
I can assure you
Good.
Whataburger is better. I said it.
Unapologetically just said fuck that In-N-Out. All right. Hi, I'm Arnica. I play Isharet, Effie to her friends, and these are my friends now. After a long, hard season of fucking up, nobody fucks up like poor unescorted teenagers. And okay, so here's the thing. Burger King had the better meat. I worked at Burger King. So I came home, just smelled like Whoppers all day. Top tier fucking Whoppers. Whoppers were the best burgers. Wendy's had the best chicken and the biggest fry drink combo for the least amount of money. But McDonald's fries still tasted better.
Yeah.
So I was absolutely that kid who they were all right there. They were all right there in a little L in the parking lot across from the mall. So I would absolutely go to Burger King, get a burger, and then walk past Burger King and go to McDonald's and get a fry, and then go to Wendy's and get a Wendy's fry and a chocolate shake because those fries go in the shake. It was great. It was
Yeah,
excellent.
French fries and a Wendy's chocolate shake. That is a
Oh,
combo. Like
it
the
is.
chocolate with the salty potato. I don't know what it is. Like that is
Nope, I do it like Wendy's.
And I am your storyteller / owner of this channel, guys. Hi, my name's Val. My fast food hot take. Honestly, I grew up in a small town, Louisiana, so we had a very limited, but in the 90s, I became a Burger King girl, oddly enough, not for their burgers. It was for that chicken sandwich. That chicken sandwich. I don't know what it was. I like that big ass chicken sandwich from Burger King. That's what I was all about. That being said, I am now like a McDonald's girl. Like, here's the thing. It's right there on my block. Like, it's right there. Okay, and it has its calorie counting in it, so it's like, I'm gonna get that junior chicken for 320 calories to meet my goals today, and then I'm gonna go lift. Like, hi everyone, I'm also trying to become a muscle mommy, so I have to eat a certain amount of calories in a day. But yeah, I was a Burger King girl, then I moved to Texas, and I became a Whataburger girl. Whataburger, I think, has the best fast food burger out there, just because it has a patty melt. That being said, it's all about Sonic Tots and their drinks. So, I miss Sonic. We don't have Sonic here. We did just get a Popeyes, which makes me very happy because I love Popeyes. Hi, my name's Val. I love to eat. Like, it's just cool. But anyway, this.
Are you good? Oh, I wasn't muted.
No, you weren't. I was wondering who you're talking to. But hey, so let's go ahead and get started now. Just got a couple things to remind you. One, this is a game that takes place in Louisiana in 1998. So you're going to have all of the content warnings that come with there, which are surprisingly, after the recent news articles, the content warnings that would come if you lived there right now. So maybe even more. But we do deal with the social consequences of being teenagers, being queer teenagers, and being teenagers of color in Louisiana. We all come from those perspectives, and we handle it with catharsis. However, if that is something that icks you or squicks you, or just bothers you, please take care of yourself, because we're taking care of ourselves. On top of that, this is a game about war, and child soldiers, and body horror, and slavery, because aliens are infesting your brain. Again, if that icks you, please take care of yourself. Again, we're taking care of ourselves. And then last but not least, this is a viewer-affected game. It's the last game of the season. So it would be cool if y'all wanted to sub or give some biddies for some rerolls. That will carry over to next season. You can either carry over to next season, or if the players do wish to donate that to Extra Life this year, they can do that as well. But yeah, every 100 biddies gives a reroll. If you subscribe to the channel, you can get a... you can give someone here a +1. If you donate $5, you can give somebody here a critical success. And if you donate $10, you can give an idea. Again, last season, last episode of season 2. I plan on doing this for 2 more seasons. Get it in. But yeah, let's get started. So, last time, everybody fought this. Y'all were stuck in a Sario Rip. Y'all were back in Paleo Earth, Rise of the Mammals, middle of Appalachia. God knows what time. Humans did exist, because you did see humans, so there was that. But there's also just, Mothman, tourist, and I don't want to call them colonizers, but they were definitely people who were just like, you know what, we're gonna also take animals back for our zoo, which is a very British museum thing of them, so I guess they had to get it somewhere. The Dutch, yeah, there you go, the Dutch. The Mothmen are Dutch. That's how that works.
So does that mean that there's humans somewhere out in the world that are in a zoo? Like old-time humans?
I don't know.
Well, all right then.
Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Wendy's Spicy Chicken Squad. Those spicy nugs. Anyway, so,
Season 4, we go to war in space. Let's go free them.
Yeah, you never know what's out there in space. It's a big universe. It's a big galaxy. Y'all did a very, very good job of fucking up Visser One. Right away, right off the bat, your rolls were phenomenal. Fucked her up. Your plan was pretty much going on without a hitch until the Mothmen came about. And we're because, the Mothmen wanted to take you to their zoo. Visser One wanted you to distract the Mothmen. Y'all succeeded in getting back. However, because someone did not want to remember the trauma that they endured by turning into a cat forever, and most of the other things. I think also that include Ollie's confession of sacrificing their friends to Space Satan.
Technically, he still knows
about
that,
Space
but
Satan. That's right. Still knows that one. Decided to yeet himself and not return with his memories. He did purposely unalive himself for that reason. But y'all are now back. Y'all are at the aquarium, where y'all were acquiring aquatic morphs with Axe and Tobias. And that's where y'all ended up. 3 of you have your memories of the Sario Rip. 1 of you do not. And that's what's going on. That's where y'all are at. What are y'all doing?
Can I inspect Tony, see how if physically is just fine? Just to double check.
As I recall, he's currently a beluga whale.
Yeah, he's just the whale.
It's just a whale. You know, I'm not gonna touch him. Actually, I'm not gonna touch a fucking beluga whale again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ollie's
can't
allergic.
believe-
Ollie, Javier's allergic to beluga whales. We found out.
Ollie is too now.
Yeah,
I guess
Ollie is-
Maybe, we don't know.
We'll find out, I guess.
I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, no. As it turns out, just hitting it fast enough seems to work.
What?
Okay. I think we need to have to huddle up, everybody. So we, and I point to like the four of us, went back in time. Tony, something happened, and you don't remember. That sucks. This plan didn't work. We need to do it better.
Well, it did work, but Visser 3 showed up.
Yes. If we can maybe split the team in two, or something, because we need to stop Visser 3 from dropping a nuke. But we also can't let Visser 1 detonate the oil rig, which was the actual plan all along.
She's going to know we're coming now. If she survived. We don't know if she survived or not. She fell off the ship.
There may be a slug, but she's more like a cockroach. I'm sure she's fine. Ah, God. What if we went for the cave first? Tried to commandeer Visser 3's spaceship. Effie, can you drive that?
Yes, it's all their technology is just stolen from our technology. If they can build it, I can drive it.
Great. What if we just use Visser 3's plan and do it ourselves without the nuke? What if we just steal their plan? Is that a I don't know, guys. I'm gonna say that again. I think we should steal Visser 3's plan.
Which is
Take a spaceship and attack an oil rig, from what I recall.
He just really didn't want Visser 1 to one up him, essentially. Like, he was like, this is a great idea. I can't let you have it.
As absurd and as much of a death wish as it is, I can't say I have a better plan.
Well, I mean, is it any more of a death wish than the last plan? And hey, we're doing all right. Mostly.
Are you? Are you?
yeah.
I mean, so I have. Effie's got a bunch of questions, but I have questions because y'all, if we take the spaceship and we strafe the super flammable oil rig, don't we just risk setting it off anyway? But setting it off before, like when it's not even ready to go, isn't that just gonna make it worse? Better? I literally cannot remember how this works.
As long as
Are we
Visser
gonna
1
do it
doesn't
again?
activate the machine, I think, as far as above table, you guys would know. As long as Visser 1 can't turn on that machine, we should be okay.
So the machine itself, and Effie, you would know this, you don't need a machine to make a Sario Rip happen. They can just happen from big explosives. What Visser 1's machine was doing was fine-tuning when it would bring you back in time. So a Sario Rip absolutely still can happen if you just drop a nuke. Or even just a spaceship on an oil rig. Absolutely still capable of happening.
that's going to be Effie's concern with Visser One, with Visser 3's plan to attack Visser One, is that Effie's going to be concerned that if we strafe this thing, not even saying we drop a nuke, let's say we just strafe it from below, fire at the rig itself, we risk setting off all that oil into a big ass fucking explosion and just triggering it ourselves, but without a helpful machine to undo it. We need a kind of better plan because Visser 3 had a shit plan. His plan was so terrible. Like, he was just going to make everything go. His plan was to fuck up Visser 1's plan and then go back tattletaling, be like, oh, look at Visser 1. She can't pour piss out of her boot with the directions turn me upside down written on the heel. She can't, make me Visser 1. Also, she blew the fuck up. That was his plan. His plan was just to make hers it was just to make hers happen, but terribly. We just need to make hers not happen at all. I don't know how to do that.
What if we contact the oil rig? We know they're all Yerks there, and let them know Visser 3's coming. And then we just go to the oil rig ourselves, stealth-like, while they're preparing for an assault. We just go up and you get rid of their devices. Stealth this time. Stealth might actually work for once.
It doesn't matter whether they have the devices or not, though. Them going back in time is still a bad thing.
What will...
But
Javier's
plan could work.
Yeah.
If Visser 1 survived, she already has this knowledge. If she has not survived, she would rather be paranoid than made a fool of. She will scatter bug fighters into the air. If we can get them, Visser 1's forces, to fight Visser 3's forces in the air, away from the thing, away from the machine, then while everyone is distracted, while all the forces are marshaled, we could go up the oil rig and just steal the machine.
We
could also sabotage the drill somehow. It supposedly isn't fully operational as a rig.
I mean, we have a few beluga whales. How many hits from them, do you think it would take to ruin an oil rig's drill?
And y'all
A
do
lot.
know that
We're not
actually
very big
dries up
whales.
Orca.
That would be more helpful. We should become them.
I like this plan, except if Visser 1 did survive, she's going to be expecting us. So we'll be walking in without the element of surprise, and we have to be prepared for that. It's going to be a bloody fight.
I do not like to sound weak, but to be honest, if Visser 1 has to split her forces, she will not consider us the larger threat. Not with Visser 1 and that large missile. The Visser 3 and that big ass missile.
We did kind of humiliate her in the last encounter, though.
I have to imagine she thinks higher of us now than she did before. Whether or not that actually means anything, I don't know. We had to have left an impression if she survived.
Yes, but probably not as big a one as that nuclear bomb that was dropped on our head.
Don't know that, but Visser 3 did walk through us like tissue paper the one time we kind of met him.
We were a week into having morphs.
I don't think that fight's gonna go the same way, Tony.
I think this may be our best plan.
I mean, with all the confusion, at the very least, we have an opening. And it's no dumber than the last one, no less dangerous, no more dangerous. Let's just give it our all again.
It is more dangerous. We don't have surprise, but
Yeah, but we have tentative backup in the air. I don't know. I'm trying to be a little more glass half full lately. I look over to Tobias and who was the other one? Axel?
Just Axe. Like, that's just his name.
Just Axe?
His full name is Axemili, like his first name. But they just call him Axe.
Yeah.
And they were out there, like, distracting for you, so they weren't even here for this conversation. Like,
Gotcha.
you might have to, like, call out to them.
We should get the water morphs and get out of here before we're caught thinking of that.
Yeah, you're probably right. We can plan elsewhere. Dolphin time.
Yeah, someone better not have a white one. Explain that one to Tony. Like, Tobias and Axe do join y'all back eventually when y'all are done acquiring your cetaceans. And I'm like, alright, cool. So, we ready to go into the Gulf of Mexico or what? That's Tobias saying that because that's not the way Axe talks at all.
Sort of.
Oh,
There's been some updates.
okay.
How would you guys feel about the exact same plan, but more dangerous?
Riley rolls her eyes at that delivery.
I mean,
What Javier is trying to say is we've done the plan already. There was a rip. We've made it back. And now we're trying to stop it again, knowing what we knew, knowing what we know now.
Yes.
Alright, so what's the plan adjustment? The dangerous adjustment that you have proposed.
We don't know if Visser 3 came back. Visser 1 came back with us.
She was with you there. Okay.
Yeah, that was lovely.
We possibly killed her.
Okay.
Possibly. We're not sure, though. And that's the thing. Since we're not sure, the adjustment was to maybe tip off the bad guys that Visser 3 is coming for them, so that they can have their military prepared for an air fight with each other.
Okay. Time out. Both of them were there at the same time.
Yes. Visser 3 dropped a bomb on the entire operation.
It was particularly horrible.
Of course he did.
Yeah, it turns out the nukes were a red herring, which we live in a life where things that happen to us are red herrings. Fuck.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to blow up the oil rig, but Visser 3 was like, nah, fuck you guys. And point is, we just need something to intercept them, and at the very least, we can give them a fair warning, which could distract them enough for us to still do the plan as is, but would definitely put us in more danger as their military would be mobilized.
At the very least, it would delay Visser One's actual plan, and this is Axe. She's no fool, so I wouldn't imagine her carrying this out without assurance that it would go off.
You two have killer whales at your morphs. How confident do you feel about beating your heads against a drill?
Why?
We're trying to find a way to make it remove the operational ability of the drill, because there's no way to really stop the plan unless the explosion just doesn't happen. And both the rig and the nuke are sources of explosions.
Just because the drill doesn't work, how is it not going to explode? You can still oil still catches on fire.
I know, but at the very least, we could stop them from drilling more oil for a while, and the rest, I don't know.
Do you think maybe we should even see if they're gonna be there?
How would we?
If she came back with her knowledge, like, there's a chance she just canceled altogether.
I mean, that would be ideal.
Hey, Tony, didn't you acquire a rig worker's mom recently?
Phrasing, but yes.
Phasing, correct. Want to give him a call, see if he's working this week?
I didn't write down her phone book.
We can call the workplace. That's in the phone book.
Sure.
We can figure it
I
out.
also like to point out it is the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do we know his name? How accurate were phone books back in the day? I don't know.
They were pretty accurate. It's just more of like people. There's normally not.
It's the
people
middle
there
of
to
the
answer
night,
the
yeah.
phone.
Yeah, but if you pick up the phone, your mom's there. It's gonna happen.
So here's the thing. What's going to happen is you're going to need to call the dispatch office.
Mhm.
The dispatch office is manned 24 hours a day. The dispatch office will be able to shortwave radio out to the oil rig to see if someone is there.
Effie, when the hell did you learn that?
You guys were studying all that stuff earlier.
That's true. It was in the backpack. I don't know why. The chimp read it.
All those things are true.
All I looked at was the blueprints. I know we could empty some of the oil out, but that would ruin the. I don't know.
What else is an Andalite gonna do on Earth but like read at the library with your? By the way, using your library card. That's on here.
Oh God, are there any overdue books?
All of them are overdue. I have 30.
That's so much money.
So
I
what's
don't
the
think we
plan?
can-
Do y'all want to go to the oil rig or do y'all want to try and find Visser 3?
Let's follow up with what Effie said. See if we can get information if the oil rig is being active. Otherwise, there's no point to go there, and then focus on Visser 3.
Yeah, it should be easy enough to find a payphone here at the aquarium, with a phone book in it, to find the correct to find the number to call, like the dispatch office for. The company out there is BP, oddly enough.
Yep.
In the Gulf.
How are they still around?
So, to find the company, that would be a roll. Who's rolling?
What are we rolling? I guess.
Whatever
To
you want to roll,
find
man.
The correct number.
One of the things I'm bad at. So one
So
of you.
it
Maybe
could
a
be
study?
a study or a survey, or a hunt. Y'all are technically in a mission, oddly enough, still.
We are.
So survey and study would give y'all a great effect, and hunt would give you a limited effect.
I got 2 in survey.
Two in study.
Oh man, look at y'all.
I don't know who had the best luck last time. I think it was Anna.
All of
Dennis
us
is
had
pretty
really
solid.
good luck.
We all did pretty good, but there's a lot of crits.
I kept getting 1s and 6s. I
right.
can roll it. I guess I'll roll it.
All right, Anna's got it. Let's do it.
Riley is looking for the number, and that is a 5.
A 5. All right, so that is a success. So you find the company number, and the first thing that you call the number, and it does bring you to the answer machine. That sounds like a chimpanzee. It does bring you.
It was me.
Oh, it does bring you to the answer machine that gives you the list of numbers of like where you like what department that you want, and you have, and there is like 4 is the dispatch.
Then I'll hit 4 and hand it to Tony, who I'm assuming is the dude's mother at this
An
point.
old woman now, yes. I didn't write down that guy's name in my notes, and now I'm sad.
His name's T.J. His name
I
is
think
Jonathan. Like Jonathan Johnson. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's like, you know, a voice comes on. It's a guy's voice. It's like, BP dispatch. Hello.
Hello, this is Mrs. You just said. My brain totally fried.
Just the French version of Johnson. So,
Yeah.
Jonathan Johnson.
This is Mrs. Johnson. I need to reach my boy. He's on the oil platform. He's working one of the oil platforms in da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Oh, do you know which one he's working on?
I believe it's the new one they're building or something like that. He seemed
Oh.
very excited.
You need me to patch you over to the new rig?
Yes, please.
Hold on a second. And he just kind of like looks over the. You don't know what he's doing, but you can hear like some. What did you say his name was again?
It was. Jay, god damn it. No.
Ma'am, are you okay? Are you in distress? Can I get some
Yeah,
help?
what's
for
going on?
know where you are.
Where are you? Can I?
I think I'm fine. If you could, he's Johnson or TJ is all I can remember now.
Like, I'm just making this on like this. This is real.
No, I know.
I know. And it's just like, should I send someone over? Like, do you need me to call 911? Are you okay?
I think I'll be fine. Thank you, though, Sunny.
I can patch you to the new rig out in the Gulf, and maybe he's there, and maybe they can help you. Okay?
Thank you.
Sure. Please hold. And like he puts you on hold, and then like you don't see it, but on the other end, he like calls the rig, and it's the correct rig, and he's like, "Listen, I got an old lady that I'm patching you into, and she's looking for her kid. I just think she's probably suffering from something. Just help her out, okay? If someone has to pretend to be your kid to make her go to sleep, just do that, okay?" And like the person on the other end of the phone is like, "All right, sure, Roger that." And you hear the click, and it's like, "Hello, BP Oil, Rig 31. How can I help you?"
I'm looking for my son, Jonathan.
There's like 8 Jonathans on here, ma'am.
I think he said his friends called him T-John or something like
A
that.
T-John. Okay. Most of them are also called T-John. What's your name, ma'am?
Damn it, why didn't I write this down? It was Jonathan.
Okay, I don't even
Riley
For
throws
sure.
her arms up in the air and walks
You
away.
can literally you can make up of a name at this moment because I don't think we named her. And you can just say, you can do a flashback scene where you got her name. For zero
Actually, you
stress.
would actually want her name, so yes.
Her name is Thelma. But they call her
Thelma.
Tata.
You say Tita?
Tata.
Okay.
Tata. You gotta say with a little French twang. Tata.
Now, you know good and hell well, none of them can say that. You're being me.
Nah, it's cool.
Listen, I understand weird nicknames. My cousin Felix is named Tutti. But like
It's like think of like a baby that can't say a name. Like, no, her name is Thelma. Thelma Tata Johnson.
You're doing it in French. So
Yeah,
bad French.
this is Miss Thelma Johnson. That's just your name.
Thelma Johnson? Johnson?
Johnson. Jean. Son.
Yeah.
The pronunciation is a little
French
different.
names. It's okay. Like,
I took French in 7th grade. I remember
it's like
how to count.
that's even how it's like spelled. Like, maybe that'll help. But yeah. All right, and you're looking for your son, Jonathan T. John Johnson, Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Are you okay? It's the middle of the night. Is it an emergency? What do you need to reach him for? Just in case like, he can't come to the phone, I can give him a message and he can call you back.
That would be wonderful if he can. I'd
Okay.
really like to talk to him. I fell down earlier and I just need to come home for a few days to help out.
Do you need a hospital?
No, I'm
Are you
fine.
in the hospital?
Yes, sure.
What hospital are you at, ma'am?
Yeah, but she's from our area. It's close enough that I know a random hospital, so I'm going to go with one.
All right, so he'll call you at that number asking for you. Is that what you need?
Not at all. That's not going to work out.
I'm so
Riley's
sorry.
behind you. Just tell them about the Visser.
Okay, Effie is going to walk over and take the phone, and she is going to and do her best voice, and she'll be like,
Time out.
I am so sorry.
Who are you as? Because you are an Andalite that thought speaks. Who are you speaking to?
I put it on Javier. I only got one face with a mouth.
Technically, the orangutan has a mouth.
The orangutan can't talk, and I'm not an orangutan. I got that in the past. I'm a chimpanzee. But no, I put on Javier, and I come over, and I take the phone real quick, and I'm giving Tony just the weirdest look, and I'm like, this is Miss Johnson's night nurse. We are at her house. She has been sundowning real hard, and I just cannot get her to take her meds and rest tonight unless she talks to T. John. Now, I know we just saw him just a little bit ago when he was in town. He said he was going to be on the rig tonight, and if he is there, if we can just get 5 minutes, I will be able to get her to lay down.
Well, okay. So I'm looking at the roster right now, and it does seem that there was a Jonathan Johnson that was scheduled to be on tonight. However, we did get a cancellation on the work order a few hours ago because of it seems like there was a helicopter delay from the Houston area, and all of the workers can't even make it, so we're not going to be working tonight. You might want to call the Houston office. Do you need me to patch you in to the Houston office?
All right, you said that his whole crew got called off tonight because their ride is out. So just get a hold of Houston. No, I got the number for Houston.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You have a good night.
All right. Good night, sir.
And Evie hangs up the phone and just looks at Tony and goes, one of us is a terrible liar, and it's not me. And I flick Javier's hair like I
It's not that Tony's
You
a
do that
bad
as
liar.
Javier
I just think he's a bad old
wrapping
lady.
around you.
Oh, he's a terrible liar too, but that's not here or there.
And no, buddy, you know I'm standing there with your balls out. You know I never put on clothes on your body unless someone reminds me to.
Yeah, no, that's why I was doing it. I was putting something around you, like, all right, come on.
I was talking to the VP oil rig with your dick out.
There are
Oh, sorry.
13-year-olds here.
It's late at night. There shouldn't be any around.
There shouldn't be.
Isn't Tobias like
Tobias and Axe?
Yeah, they're there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They've
that's-
seen it before.
Nope.
There's like a moment where they're just kind of staring, and like there's an Andalite and a hawk staring at you, and they both all like there's like 6 pairs of eyes that just slow blink, and then they
Look away.
exchange looks. They're probably thought speaking to each other to where you can't hear. Like, and then like looks at you. It's like, you guys really do fit in with a bunch of us weirdos. So what's the plan?
From the sound of it, Visser One did come back with us.
Mm-hmm.
Does she?
I wonder if Visser 3 knows that or not.
Does she know that you're human?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we tried to kill her.
Yeah.
We got an indication that she knew about
Yeah.
the
She was
agent.
not shocked about what she learned about us. No.
She seemed to know that our group was human, or at least, and I look over to them, that there were other humans fighting.
I think she might know about you all.
We've had a few. There is a chance. So you know our friend Marco, right? The other gorilla.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the banana guy.
Yeah, that guy. Visser One's host is his mom.
Riley's face
Oh.
pales.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
She seemed real proud of him, for what it's worth.
The host or Visser One?
Weirdly, I think a little bit of both. But
Yeah.
that's not here or there. We should probably get moving to where we believe Visser 3 would be.
Here's the thing. If Visser One is not there doing her plan, and Visser 3 goes there and see that she's not doing her plan, do you think that he would just drop a bomb to just drop a bomb?
I don't know, but we know where he's going to be.
Do
He
you?
could be our target. And I would assume there's only one place he's going to find those bombs near here, unless they normally carry nuclear bombs.
We're not 100%
I'd say-
sure what they have access to as far as military operations or their own weapons, but it is possible.
So then do
So-
we write this up as a win?
Ish. I guess we just pay attention in case they decide to ship back out.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This feels like the shittiest kind of win by omission, I guess.
I mean, we defeated Visser One.
Yeah, we
in
did.
Another timeline in the past. I still don't exactly know how that works, but
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we stopped their plan, at least for now.
So where did y'all go? Where
Oh,
did you go?
Long time ago.
there were
In a
beavers
galaxy
the
far
size of
away.
hippos. or bigger, actually.
Beavers the size of hippos. That's. Did you get to turn into a giant beaver? What did y'all get to turn into?
We did.
Like Tobias
I
is
was
strangely
much larger.
really interested in what prehistoric creatures you might have
Heck
turned
yeah.
into.
Well,
Like-
when I killed Visser One's host, I was a Smilodon with Hork-Bajir blades all over me.
That is so cool. Brutal. Just as you were a saber-toothed tiger.
Yes.
So, in comparison to your jaguar, like, what was the difference?
Power and speed and just everything. I mean, the Jaguar, I feel like the Jaguar is easier to control, if that makes sense. I have more accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
but I had far more power with the Sabertooth.
That's really cool. Like, just if you could thought speak under your breath, that's what that's really cool.
I didn't really get to do a whole lot with prehistoric animals. Only got the beaver, but it did become Marco's mom for a little bit. That was, yeah.
You turned to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There's like a moment, like
You will
Tobias
not?
like disassociates for a hot second, and then just like no.
Something
Terrible
wrong?
idea. Nope.
What are you thinking?
Just no. I'm a good no. Mm-mm.
I mean, we just won. Might as well indulge a little in our success.
I'm just saying. You have like grown-up morphs.
Yes, I do.
We're in New Orleans.
Oh,
I'm
God.
already in my. I'm already in my mixed morph. All right, where are we going?
And y'all were able to get like a hotel. Like that was something that y'all were able to get.
Yeah.
Like it's not like on the like in the French Quarter type of hotel, but able to reserve that shit with cash. Threw that on there. Axe is confused. He's like, I don't understand.
Mhm.
I do not understand. And he looks at Effie. Do you understand?
Was this to all of us?
Yeah.
They
Do
want
you-
to go get alcohol.
Axe, do you have a morph with a human mouth? Do you have a human morph?
Oh yes, I have combined the DNA of all of my companions to solidify myself into one person.
Let's go.
Is this
let's
morally
buy-
okay to do?
Dubious at best.
Well, we are fighting a secret war.
And also, you shouldn't drag them with you while you're going to buy something. This isn't our little hometown.
I mean,
That's-
I'm 18. I can come with.
Oh yeah, Riley can go into the strip clubs.
No, I meant more the
In
Axe's
fact,
human
legally
form and
in
Tobias.
Louisiana, if you are 18, you can still drink. You just can't buy.
Yes, no, I was specifically
And that's
talking
if
about
they even
Tobias.
check your IDs.
Yeah, we need to discuss whether or not we're going to give Tobias and Axe alcohol.
Yeah, that's the part where Tony was objecting.
Because yes, they are child soldiers, but
I don't know.
they're
If you
still
can kill a man,
pretty young.
that's fine.
I think we should head back to the hotel.
I think what happens
trouble.
in the woods and the little red solo cup stays in the woods and the little red solo cup and y'all blame these children. That's fine. Don't listen to me. I was only a terrible teenager in the woods. Don't.
I've definitely had a red solo cup in the forest. So whether you'll decide to indulge in what the city that doesn't sleep offers you. I guess that's what it's called. New Orleans never sleeps. It really doesn't. Like, you can only not buy alcohol from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. I think that's the law. But that doesn't count for the casinos. You can still go to the casino someday. But whether you choose to indulge in it or not is going to be up to y'all that evening. Whether you wake up or not with a hangover. If you can wake up with, depends on what, like, can you just turn to something that metabolizes the alcohol faster? Who knows?
What happens if I drink as a gorilla?
You need a lot more alcohol to get drunk.
You would need a lot more alcohol.
Or before
I think you
Javier
should go to
gets
the
black-
liquor store and find out. Don't go to the clubs. Go to the liquor store and then bring it all back to the hotel.
Regardless.
Oh,
I mean, I thought that's what he was
Just
planning
walk
to
down
do.
Bourbon Street and the French Quarter in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Riley will try to talk to Javier before he gets blackout drunk as a gorilla. If that is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So, y'all do that. I'm gonna pee.
I know it's morally dubious, but I don't know. Might as well give the kids a fun night. Week 1, I guess.
I guess. And I'm gonna reach over and gently shove your shoulder. You're gonna say I love you in a moment that we may not remember. That was your big plan.
Well, I figured, one, if it worked, then it'd be cool and dramatic. But 2, if it didn't work and it went poorly, then you're right.
God, you are such a nerd. I love you too, though. I'm glad you did say it. Because
I've been wanting to say it for a long time. I've loved you from before we were together. Also, he's not himself right now.
Riley is used to that. I was starting to get worried that we weren't going to get a chance to see anything like that. 'Cause every mission we go out on, I mean, we could die.
Yeah.
We've come close a few times.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a little more optimistic lately. I've been seeing how difficult everything is for. And he looks over to, like, if we're off in the distance, looks over back to, like, Tony, and I don't know. I'm definitely not a good leader, but I'm trying to at least be a good, I don't know, source of positivity. I don't.
You're a better leader than you give yourself credit for. I've told you that before.
Yeah, but it's sort of like your mom saying you look nice. I feel like it's.
I'm not entirely sure how to take that.
Yeah. I just mean, I trust you, but I also sometimes know that you'll protect me more than anything else. So. You really scared me back then. In the fight, you took care of me. You protected me so much, and I couldn't even keep up with you. In that fight, you were incredible, and I need to train a little more, is all.
I mean, it's kind of become my job at this point, which is fine. I've fought my entire life just to exist. So.
Yeah, and you're not gonna fight alone anymore. And he, like, buffs, like, flexes. I am training. I promise. It's maybe not going the best, but you're gonna have backup, and you're not gonna have to be in the front anymore. I'll be there too. And Tony will too. No matter what we tell him, he's gonna go to the front.
Yeah. But I'm glad we did remember.
Me too.
Even though
Should one of us maybe talk to Tony? He did, you know.
do we tell him that happened, or do we say he died fighting?
I've been lying a lot recently, and it felt really bad. I think I'm going to try to be as honest as I can with him and let him know that past him doesn't want him to know, or future other himself doesn't want him to know, and let him pick. What do you think?
I think that's fair. I mean, we were ready to blow up an entire ship to get home. The only reason that it was empty was because of Tony.
Yeah. Still not 100% sure that actually happened anymore, but
no idea.
Time travel, man. All right. I'm going to go buy us some cheap ass alcohol.
Okay.
It's not a hard thing to find.
It's the worst, bottom of the barrel, cheapest stuff I can get.
Listen.
Not the El Toro.
I seem to remember there being decent cheap alcohol in New Orleans. At least as far as young kid standards went.
I mean, there is, but you're not going to buy it. When you are 17, you buy El Toro, 5 o'clock, Mad Dog 4040, and Boone's Farm.
I'm sorry.
Not that I was a bad teenager.
Okay.
I grew up Pat's Blue Ribbon.
You can't get PBR. Mind you, I love PBR. Mind you, Javier can turn into an adult to get alcohol. Probably not get ID'd. And can just pick up frozen daiquiris and for every single one of you.
I mean, all of that is true, but you have to think about those things, and you don't start thinking about how do I make this liquor taste better until about the second time you've gotten alcohol poisoning. Those first 2 times you're just trying to get it in you as fast as possible for an adult fine jump.
Here's the thing. If you don't mind,
I was a good child.
Going in there and looking for the alcohol. A big part of this shape right now is mostly his gardening mom, and I think when I pass the daiquiris, just a little something in my heart says yes.
And listen, here's the thing. Sorry, I have a chicken in my mouth. Here's the thing about when you go into one of these daiquiri bars, they have a thing on the wall. It's like $5 for a half a gallon of daiquiri. Okay, frozen daiquiri with probably 150 flavors on it. You can get a gallon daiquiri for a gallon, a milk jug full for $15. You can get strawberry, you can get pina colada, you can get margarita, you can get a mudslide, you can get something that they have Heinz 57. I don't know. They have shit in there that you hope you don't want to drink or do want to drink. There's also Jello shots that come in syringes, like turkey basters.
Why?
So that you can get the whole Jello shot in your mouth as fast as possible. You shoot it right to the back of your throat and it slides down. Not that I know this. I was a good child.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool. Point is, I come back out with an unnecessary amount of daiquiri and maybe a couple Jello shots.
Gallons.
You were planning to chug it as a gorilla, man. Who knows how much?
But yeah, that's me. Whatever you guys do.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do while the alcohol is being bought? Does anyone want to have any conversations with anyone, including the NPCs?
I'll wait with Effie. Kind of off to the side. I'm really glad you showed up. I don't know
Lord,
that
she
we
could
would-
twiddle her hair. She twiddle her hair. Oh my God, she's got Javier's hair. She's twiddling Javier's hair.
With my backup clothes.
I don't know that we would have pulled off either of those missions if you weren't here.
Just like, I don't know. You were spectacularly impressive. You know, the longer she's Javier, just the more impressed she likes Riley to begin with. She's a Riley stan, but every time she's in Javier's body, like she gets a little bit stupid about Riley. That boy is not kidding when he says he loves her down to his bones. He's serious. Because Effie just gets a little too like, I don't know, you were very impressive. You could have done at least one of those by yourself.
I'm hoping you stick around, because we could really use your help in this. I mean, you've found Axe now, like you wanted. So what is your plan?
Oh, I have found accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
I should take him home, but we're not done. He is not done with his friends, and I am not done with mine. I know he has sworn his oath to help them because that is what he should do. And I do the same. As long as you are here and as long as you are fighting, I will not leave you. I am here to help.
Oh.
But she is still twirling that hair.
I would give you a hug, but it's a little weird with you being Javier at the moment, so.
Please do not hug me. I do not know what his body will do.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Tony now.
Don't do awkward situations for me. I do those plenty.
Once Javier gets back out from purchasing things, are you going to be able to metabolize that quickly enough? You can only be in Gorilla for 2 hours.
Oh, I think so. I honestly just kind of want to see what it's like. Soon as how about this?
This is very dangerous.
Once you know I'm drunk, you let me know and I'll come back down.
But if you
No.
You're going to give yourself alcohol poisoning if you do that.
Yeah, no. Do
So wouldn't
it
our
the other
bodies go
way
back to
around.
normal? Do it the
Tobias
other
is
way
there.
around?
You could just drink as Javier. No one is going to stop you. We're in a
Yeah.
hotel room.
Yeah, drink as Javier, and then when you want to undrunk, you turn into the gorilla.
Oh, I wanted to be a drunk gorilla for a minute.
That's really not a good idea. We can't afford to pay for a hotel room. That is
We can't afford
trashed.
to pay for whatever would happen when you turn back to Javier. I'm pretty sure you get alcohol poisoning if you got enough where I was drunk and turned back to you.
Fine. And he just starts to sip his margarita.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you end up in the hospital, you could end up with a slug in your head.
Fucking slugs. All
They
right.
fucking ruin everything.
Right?
Now we have to
Hell.
drink responsibly because of slugs.
No, we just said you couldn't be a gorilla, not that you had to be responsible tonight.
uh Once we like head off to the wherever, if there's time, Tony's kind of off doing his thing. I think I'm gonna tap Riley like, do we talk to him now?
I don't know that I have the mental capacity to talk about what he chose to do. So I'm going to leave that up to you.
Okay.
I'll just be over here.
Yeah, I stride up to Tony. Hey man, you I want to talk to you. Sorry. That was bad.
Yeah, what's what's going on? Why are you so nervous, man? We
Okay.
talk like almost every day.
I know, and I've gotten better at talking with you guys. But okay. I wanted to talk to you about what happened when in the past or whatever, and why maybe you don't remember.
I definitely don't. I was going to ask about that, but it didn't seem like a time. Everyone was very excited about your drinks.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff happened, and we've explained to you most of it. Here's the thing: yourself then did something so that you wouldn't remember, and asked us not to tell you why. And I've lied to you guys before, and I felt awful about it, and I didn't want to do that again. So I want to give you the choice to either trust yourself or whatever it is that you want to do.
Above table, this was going to be a much harder choice till you faced it that way.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just was trying to decide which way Tony was going to go, but now I know. I don't think I trust myself. I trust you guys, though. You and Riley have been there, and besides Effie, there's really no one else I can talk to now.
Well, for what it's worth, I trust you. And I don't if nothing that happened is going to change what's happening here now. If we can leave it in the past. But if that's the case, there's something else that I want to talk to you about more than anything. You're very strong and have been putting up with a lot. And everyone's had issues, but you haven't really been talking a lot about it. And I didn't get the chance to really talk too much with you in the other version, but I know it was difficult. And honestly, this is just a second chance to try and talk to you before it hurts too much. Are you okay? Do you need anything?
I don't know. Honestly, everything's happened so quickly, and I just want to see. I just don't want to have to do this. I mean, I know we have to, but like my family, everything I've basically done my whole life, apparently, is yeah. I mean, yeah. You guys, I yeah.
Tony, is it okay? Do you mind if I hug you, man?
Tony's just gonna hug you then and
Cool.
cry, which I can't do very well on command. But
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I didn't notice you were more hurt than you could handle, than any of us can. I'll pay better attention next time. And I don't know, we'll figure it out one step at a time.
all right, yeah. Just don't go too heavy on that. It's not really a cure all. The alcohol. Like we should talk more because you said there was a lot of I know Riley talks with you too, but I know there's like stuff with your mom and moving or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that came up, and I freaked out for a little while, but honestly, I I think it's been weirdly liberating to know that everything was wrong and everything was a lie, and it doesn't really matter what or who I am. I'm just here, just here. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't know. It's been helping me the last few days.
It doesn't, but I'm glad somebody can feel that way.
How about we get a little drunk and I'll tell you some stories about my uncle or my dad?
You go ahead and drink, and I'll listen.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
Also,
Boy,
Tony's
huddle.
going to make sure the little 14-year-olds in human form are not going to have more than like 2 of these things, because probably 1 is all they should have.
And I mean,
Probably.
first of all, the Andalite's tasting alcohol for the first time is definitely an interesting, like.
Mm-hmm.
No, be worried about the 14-year-old. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about the 2 aliens. We'll be fine. Watch the child.
The question
Technically,
is, was Immaculata picked up at any point? Like, did you also get food for these guys? Like,
Riley definitely got food.
Yeah. You can literally walk out in the street and get like a whole plate of like.
I didn't think about it, but yeah, Tony would have gotten food too because he's of the people there. He's the one who's actually went to drink parties before.
All right. Again, before we go to break, does anybody else have any conversations to have? And like, I'm gonna say this because this is also once we come back from break, Tobias and Axe will not be available, so I want to make sure y'all get those conversations in as well.
Okay. So after Effie talks with Riley, she's gonna wander over to where Axe and Tobias are and just kind of
access his human mouth around a straw.
Great.
Hi, hello. Hi, hello. Effie.
It is very weird, isn't it?
It is.
You feel it here and here and here.
It is interesting. It is almost as if. Do you know how from the homeworld when you stick your hoof in a certain type of fungus or fermented grass, that is a similar feeling.
You know, they're just sitting there nodding like, yeah.
However,
wow.
consuming it through I honestly regret not having a mouth. Sometimes.
Have you eaten the gas station nachos?
They are delicious.
They are wonderful.
I enjoy cheese. However, cheese does not enjoy me all of the time. Have you had a cinnamon bun?
Stops, she thinks about it, goes, is it like the pecan roll?
I don't know what a pecan is.
I do not know what a cinnamon is.
Okay. There is like a moment where the rest of you get a thought speak from Tobias that says, please do not give Effie a Cinnabon. She will literally not be able to handle it. You will all not be able to handle it. Maybe on her last day here. Like, trust me. Like, trust me on this one.
Noted.
Can I help you, Effie? Estrit, F, what? Estrit. Yes, Estrit.
Effie.
Effie. Mm-hmm.
I was here to bring you home. I was not supposed to be here to bring you home. I will be in so much trouble when I go home. But being here, it is terrible and scary, and I do miss my parents, my home, but it also feels very right. Like we are supposed to be here. Like they were not supposed to have to do this alone.
Our people tend to go extreme on their beliefs. I do believe that they will come with encouragement, and it's up to you and me to convince them that the humans are worth saving. Because they are.
Your brother was a war prince, and you are a fine soldier. You will also be a prince one day. And
I do not think so. I am nothing compared to Alfangor. Nothing compared to Alfangor.
Your brother was mighty and kind and wonderful, but you are very young, and you could be those things too. They will not listen to me. You have seen me. They will not listen to me.
We will make them listen.
If you had not been on Earth, if you had not been with them, would you have listened to me?
If I had not been on Earth, had I not been with them, I don't think about what ifs because it hasn't happened. So why would I worry about it? I know what has happened to me now. Whataboutisms are unimportant concerning the past. We can only move forward. I believe we can do that with Cinnabons. If we convince them that eating freshly baked sweet treats and he's a little drunk right now, and he sort of leans in and goes, do you wish to know a scandalous secret about my brother?
And she leans over and she puts her mouth right on his drink. She takes a big pull because, we don't have mouths, so we don't know that that's rude. It's fine. She goes, yes.
He leans in closer. Tobias is my nephew.
Lord, there is daiquiris coming out of Javier's nose. And now Effie is just on the ground because she didn't know that the daiquiris could come out of the nose. It went in the mouth. It went in the mouth, and it has come out the nose. And it
before that,
stings.
leave the scene at that for a break.
Just sipping my own daiquiri. It's so weird to watch myself be in pain.
Y'all are gonna help me. I don't even know what's happening. No one's gonna tell me to blow my nose or nothing. Y'all gonna have to come help me blow.
Fine.
All right, we're gonna take we are, we're at our hour and a half mark, which is normally when we take our break, regardless of time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our break now. We're gonna see what happens in the second half of this show. What's gonna happen? What are we doing? All right, we're going on break. See you soon. we're back. Hello, we're back from our snacks, and I got another pineapple bubbly. It's really great because you have like the yellow pineapple can, but it also has a little green tab.
That's cute, actually.
It's very cute. Yeah, I was just like, oh, look at this. We love to see it. But yeah, so a lot of you nurse off a hangover as y'all are driving back home. I don't think Javier plans on going back to his house to check in with his moms, because as far as they're concerned, you're not there. And probably when you didn't even show up, there's a good chance that your dad might have called. Like, so there's that. So maybe it's probably just best to just show up at his house. Like, sort of ordeal. But y'all do end up dropping off Effie and Tony. And what your morphing friends decided that they would catch a flight out of New Orleans instead of driving back with you, because it just made sense timing wise for like connections to get back to California and all of that. And they're able to manage that themselves. And they're like, all right, we will be in touch to... That machine is still out there, regardless. So we'll do what we can on our end and see if there's anything going on. Y'all could do what y'all can on your end. We'll keep in touch. And y'all
let us know if you need help.
Of course. Y'all are great. And y'all depart from each other's company. I'm assuming that y'all might even make a couple of stops along the way to get supplies for the hideout. Maybe a generator or something so that y'all can have electricity. For one thing, it's going to get colder quickly, so maybe having something to generate heat other than a fire for your friends in the forest might be good. Maybe even a tent. Like,
yeah.
A cot, kind of stuff.
Didn't we find like a more covered zone that we could hide in now? I remember that being a thing when we
were working on building something a little more.
Yeah,
working on building like a little apartment in the forest, a little shack, a little concrete shack. Yeah, and that is something that y'all could probably go into next season on building things. Let's go ahead and do Tony and Effie first in their scenes. Anything in your forest that y'all want to talk about that you want to do, not just in the forest, anywhere y'all want to go. You have the ability to go anywhere you want as anything and anyone, if so you please. So
I mean, normally that might be true, but Effie is so unwell today. She was the saddest, sickest little Javier all through the car ride back. And as soon as she got back, soon as we hit them woods, she got out that car. She hit all four legs, and she's still wobbly on four legs. She is both hungover. No, really? Again? Yeah, you know what it is? For some reason, when I hit mute on this thing, y'all can still hear me, but the closed captioning can't. Utterly bizarre. So unhelpful. So yeah, she stumbled out. She is both hungover and still slightly drunk. Like she vastly overdid it. If there was a shop vac, she would have been sick in a shop vac. That's definitely not a true story. And so she just she stumbles in to the concrete shelter. We've got it like partially kitted out. It's got a couple nice areas. There's some pieces of rugs stolen from the back of the discount rug place.
We have most of a couch.
We have, most of a couch.
A portable TV.
It's got one arm and no legs, but it's got back, and it's got all 3 cushions. 2 of them even match.
Exactly.
We have our TV.
And we
The
have
precious
walls.
TV.
We just don't have a roof. But, you know.
It's okay.
But we stretched a tarp over it.
Yeah.
And so normally she doesn't get on the couch. No, she's a little bit big for the couch. But she's on the couch. She's just stretched out on the couch, and just her little eye stalks are just drooping. She's looking at Tony. It's just like, Tony, you have all killed me. Javier killed me. He let me drink so much of it. It came out my nose.
It did. You'll be okay in probably like 8 hours? I don't know. I don't know how fast you
You can get Effie some electrolytes. That's what plants.
Yeah.
I will never be okay. I am going to die on this planet, and the Yerks will win.
No.
I will never be okay.
Look, go back to sleep for a little bit. Here, I turned the TV on to it'd be early morning. The Price is Right. It should be about time.
Oh, it is about Price is Right time. It sure is. Bob Barker telling you to spay and neuter your pets.
It's very soothing.
Like, someone's gonna win a kitchenette somewhere.
Yep.
Like,
and then I go out to get whatever the heck Effie seems to eat when she feels sad in the forest there. The various grasses and shrubs. Yeah.
All right. So you go out into the forest, Tony. Just a foraging out there. There's a lot of, the thing is right now it's the end of fall, almost winter, so it's pretty chilly and damp. There's a nip in the air, especially at this time of the morning. And there's not a lot of green foliage. That's because of that. Like, you're gonna get a lot of the dead leaves, and there are some what looks like shallots that might have grown though. Yes, like some wild shallots, and maybe even some mushrooms, but you're not quite sure if they're edible because even by Andalite standards. As you're like,
they did say something
around,
about fungi.
Yeah, he could be a fun guy or a fun guy. But as you are piddling around, and you're going into the more of the wetland part because you might be able to get something better out there. You notice that Effie's ship is on land.
Right. Fuck.
Spanish moss is what you wipe your shit with.
Yeah. Tony is going to set the thing, what he has gathered so far, down.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just put it in take off the shirt he kind of was holding the stuff in, because it's not going to work anyway.
Yeah.
And then turn probably the little birdie to see who the fuck's doing shit over there.
You're just gonna morph into the sparrow and fly through the ship?
Yeah, just see if there's anyone there.
Yeah, you roll something.
Okay. God, I wish I had survey. Wait. That is what the Pine Warper gives me. Haha. That's why I wrote these things down.
Yep. Like you should.
A 4, that's not awful.
Yeah. There's nobody in it right now that you can see. Like, you're flying through it, the hatch is open. But at least on the inside, it looks not repaired. Like, nothing looks repaired. But cleaned.
Ooh. That means somebody's been mucking with it for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Y'all were gone for a day.
Yeah. Oh, theoretically, they could have been doing it a little earlier, even.
Mhm.
I can't stay and just try to watch them, so I think we'll turn back and we'll go bring Effie her food.
As you land, I need you to roll body resistance, please.
Body resistance, all right.
Yep. As your bird. Your body resistance is the same, but yeah.
Yeah. Bird. A lot of fives.
A lot of fives. Is assessed, go ahead and take a stress.
Yep.
The weight of something holds your little tiny bird self down. Like, it comes out very suddenly.
Oh,
It
fuck.
doesn't hurt you. And you look around, and it is this scrangly, like, insect-like claw. And you see the shadow of these giant wings form, and you turn your head with the faceted eyes of this Mothman, and it speaks. It goes, "I've been waiting thousands of years for you to come back, Tony. You have no idea who the fuck this is."
I do not. But no, please.
You don't.
Just kill it.
Effie, there's the giant insect man.
Effie, you get
And
the
he's
static of
angry.
thought speak. Yeah.
All right, so I was almost to the point of sleeping peacefully. Have you ever been nauseous without a mouth and with a gastric system not designed to put food back up? It's terrible.
God.
She is so nauseous and her body is literally not designed to throw up. She can't throw up if she wants to, so she's just riding it out. And all of a sudden, Tony goes, "There's an insect, man." No. She gets out, and Lord, help. I'm still a little stumbly, but not so stumbly I can't run. But it is not a delicate and graceful run. It is the run of a still drunk teenager as I go haul ass in whatever direction. I'm screaming, Tony. I'm like, "Where are you?"
Your ship. Hi, Mr. Mothman? Question mark?
Kalka, my name is Kalka. Do you not remember? Smashes you into the mud. Like
Oh, God.
around you. Like,
Oh, no.
just like, you.
Yep.
I was your friend and you betrayed me. You killed my mom. Like, and the thing is, Effie, when you come upon this scene of this Mothman smushing a tiny bird into the mud, Kalka is huge. Like, he is. You remember the size of his mom being like 7.5 feet tall. He is like 12 feet tall. Like, he's big. Like, and glowing red eyes, and has wrists just coming out during the day because literally somehow knew this is where you were going to be.
Oh, God. None of them know Yeah, because I told him. Not that I know that.
Okay.
And it turns its head to look at you and holds up the sparrow. Or the warbler.
Yep.
You want him?
Tail is just like a cat. It's just going, but up high. It's ready to strike. She's like, "Put down my Tony."
Maniacal
What
laugh.
is this just how you guys met?
A maniacal laugh as it starts to squeeze, and Tony, you are having a hard time breathing at this point. and then everything stops. Except for you, Effie.
So everything has just frozen. The sound has stopped. The beating of Palka's wings, the way he's just whipping it up, he's mad, all of it.
In fact,
Just
he's kind
silent.
of like in midair halfway, like as if he was leaping, like about to leap into the air with the bird, and like he is frozen mid-leap.
I'd take like one hesitant step forward, just kind of taking a look, and I'm looking around, like, where are you?
You hear something familiar. It is the clopping of hooves. God, I hate saying that word. It's that was ruined to me by a certain group of people, that word, but it is the sound of it. As from like around the giant Mothman comes out someone you know. An Andalite you know. A strong, confident figure that you know. Is that your father?
And I drop down, I make my obeisance, my low bow, my father? You can't, father, you can't be here. I miss you.
He takes a few steps closer. His flanks swaying in his tail. You can see this smile in his eyes. And he reaches down with his hand and he like lifts up like your chin. He's like, "Stand, child."
I do. I stand up. I take a good long look. I go, you are not my father. My father has never been that proud of me.
The eyes squinting, sure enough. There's still this glow, this blue glow that comes from him, and it sort of just kind of changes into a weird little guy. That kind of reminds me of the Dungeon Master from D&D, the TV show. Like,
Nice.
like, but like, he's like, I might not be your father. That does not mean you're not from my line.
I am so lost, father of my fathers. I am far from home. And I know that I'm not alone. Aximili is here. He is assisting, but we are outnumbered and we are young and unprepared. And we have made enemies where we have tried to make friends. And I just point at Palka. And I am alone. I cannot beat him alone.
I understand. You are not alone. I will make sure that you will not be alone.
Oh.
And I am sorry that my ability to intercede has been thwarted by the rules of the game. And he walks over to the Mothman and Tony, and just like he does a little wave with his hand, and the Mothman's hand opens up, and Tony, you come to, like, and like you come to as a person. You're not even a bird anymore. You're a person. You're just like there in existence.
Hi.
Hello.
What? You don't happen to friends of yours,
Sure.
Effie?
Hope so. You may call me the Ellimist.
Ellimist. Oh no! All right. Wait.
And I cannot do it myself, but I need you all to go after Riley and looks at Effie, your brother, before they drive into the claws of Crayak.
So this is related to the Sauron thing. God.
I do believe I am related. Yes. You see, we didn't. But anyway, I'm not going to get into how much. I might have had a few pints with Tolkien.
Effie is just prancing. She's like, she has like 7 questions, and none of them are the question you expect. Because she goes, how far are they? Can we get to them? Will Kalka not follow us?
I can keep a time bubble here. So that he will not.
Of course I will go. I must go. I am hallucinating this whole thing. I am hallucinating this whole thing. It is fine. I will go. Tony, we are hallucinating this whole thing. We have drunk too many of the daiquiris, but we will go.
He motions his hands, and you see your ship light up.
And so Evie just kind of deep breath in, deep breath out, asymmetrical blink, just all 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then shuts them for a minute and opens them again, looking really focused. She looks at the Ellimist and she goes, I will do your bidding. It is vitally important that they not be left alone. Not because, and I will do your favor for you, because you have asked, Father of my fathers. But when I return, you will have to explain that to Javier, not me, because I do not understand what is happening.
It's fine.
I just kind of grab Tony by the shoulders. I don't normally grab Tony. I understand Tony's skittish. If I grab Tony by the shoulders, I turn him around, I march us towards the ship. I'm fine.
You're gonna have to explain a lot to me, I think. But let's go find the others, apparently.
I have no idea what's happening either, Tony. Let's go very quickly. Don't look at him again. Just get in the ship.
Don't look at Space
Okay.
Gandalf. Just go.
Can you at least tell me what the heck the moth person is as we go?
Yes, I will fill you in because he blames you, but Tony, if anyone tried to be kind to his people in the end, it was you. Do not blame yourself for what I am about to tell you. And we hop in the
Yeah.
spaceship and
it's very interesting how, because this ship should not work.
Oh no.
It should not work. It is holding itself together barely. But it's holding itself together somehow. It's space magic. I don't have to explain shit. And when you take off in it, it's interesting, but that kind of that time bubble, like you exit the time bubble, but a piece of it stays it clings around your ship, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
As you, like, you were there, but you were not there. And you can move, but you're not moving. And it's moving in a direction.
So we're progressing forward through space, but not time.
Yes.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's exactly what's happening. Riley and Javier.
Yes.
The two of you are been on the road for a little bit. You're not yet into Texas. In fact, what you're doing, you're on I-10. You're just leaving the city of Lake Charles, and you're crossing a bridge over the Calcasieu River. And it's a little bit in the afternoon, probably 5 o'clock, so it's getting a little dark. What are y'all saying to each other? Have y'all said anything in this conversation? Like on this trip to each other? Any plans? What's going on?
I don't know if Riley has anything, but otherwise I just probably would have shared some stories about my dad.
Riley is just there for you. She's doing whatever it is you need, whether that's listening to stories or talking through contingency plans just in case, whatever keeps Javier's head on straight. That is what Riley's doing.
Then yeah, I think after some absolute nonsense, making up plans that will never come to be used because they're too specific and niche, I think he just tells you a story about like going to the movies with his dad or with his uncle at the time and like sneaking into all the R-rated movies and not really watching them, mostly having his eyes covered for like 80% of it, but just, I don't know, spending time with the only Hispanic man he ever really knew and wishing that this man was his dad. And then, oh, yeah, no, he is. I guess that was pointless.
As y'all are just having this conversation, and you're coming to the cusp of this bridge, but I don't know if any of y'all ever driven over this bridge. It is sketchy as fuck. Okay, it is one of the sketchiest bridges you will ever. It is an interstate highway bridge, but it's only 2 lanes. It is the worst. Arnica.
No. No. Not again.
Listen, it's here. Like, you kind of see something, Riley, because you're driving. You keep an eye on your rear view mirrors, right? Like your rear view, your side mirrors. You see something kind of behind you as you're driving, and there is a little bit of traffic, so it's not super fast. You're not going the full. I think it's like 45 on this bridge, even. You see something just go behind you in your mirror. And you see it again in Javier's mirror. Like as if something just flew behind you.
Like it's flying?
Yeah.
I think, there's something behind us flying? Going back and forth. Can you see what it is?
Yeah. I think I dip into like my bag to grab one of the guns just in case. Not a whole lot of flying things chase us,
Don't let anyone see that.
Just in case.
You're in Louisiana. Your car is an extension to your house, so it doesn't matter.
God damn it.
So you don't even need a license to have a concealed carry in your car. I know. But that's the law.
Cool. So what do I? I'm gonna guess I'm gonna survey.
Yeah, go ahead, do a survey.
That's a 5.
All right. You sort of like as you look around in the traffic, you notice you're in the passenger seat. You look to the side and you see something sort of like skittering along the beams going up. And it's a very familiar figure. You're like, oh, wait a second. Is that a Moothmer? A Mermuth? And then on the right, there's something very similar happening. And they're climbing up these beams to get to the top. And y'all are in traffic. And that's when the screams happen.
Great.
Arnica just predicting shit in text.
And that's when the screams happen.
That's when the screams happen. And the bridge shakes and cars stop. As Riley, I need you to make some kind of roll here to see you're not going to rear end someone, if you're going to be able to avoid something. And I believe we say driving is always finesse in these games, so.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Alright, it's a success. You are able to not cause an accident or a collision. That does not mean that there are not accidents and collisions happening around you. And the bridge, and y'all are at the height of the bridge, and it's cracking open.
Well, fuck.
So we are blocked in on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Because of traffic has stopped.
Mm-hmm. They just waited about 20,000 years for this.
They planned.
They waited because it wouldn't count if y'all didn't remember.
Well, I guess we know which version of time travel this was. Fuck.
Yeah, we need to get people off this bridge. We need to tell them to run or something.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna morph into like one of my more human ones, and just get out and shoot some bullets into the air and tell people to run.
Oh my god!
I imagine
people they're in their cars. Roll something.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a command. Get the fuck out of your car and run.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
That's 6. People start getting out of their cars. Luckily, nobody else pulls their gun out to shoot back at you as they would have done normally. There's no good guys with guns here. Just people trying to go to Texas for Thanksgiving to see their family. Okay? One person even has the frozen turkey as she's running out, and they begin running in different directions. He scared me because he leaped very far, and I didn't expect him to be able to do that. And that is about time when Arnica, Effie, you're in your time space ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see it's guiding itself, and you see the 2 Moothmen on top of the bridge, and and you see the concrete falling and crumbling, and there are even some people that are falling off of it. And I mean, you recognize Riley's car as well. It's honed in on it. What do you do, the 2 of you? Once you touch something with the ship, you will leave space-time with it, and it might not work.
Okay.
But you can use it to do one thing if you want.
I can use it to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I can't touch anything with my ship, but I am going to assume that, like most good spaceships, I have some sort of small tractor beam or repulsor beam, something to move small things out of my way. I think that the
So let me
smartest
clarify real quick. Anything,
way to drag them.
let me clarify real quick. Any interaction, whether you're shooting a beam or not, you have one interaction outside of space-time to use.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The interaction.
Yeah.
See, the interaction I wanted.
Then that spaceship doesn't work. And it's gonna fall. And people will see it. Nobody sees it yet.
All right. So what you're saying is that I can't drag the car real fast and make the Mothman chase us so that they stop trying to take the bridge down.
Correct. You could try to just knock the Mothman off the bridge.
I could. That bitch has already started shaking. That sympathetic vibration is already happening. That bridge is almost certainly coming down. I am more concerned about getting them off the bridge.
Riley can morph fast and fly.
And y'all are over water, so keep that in mind. It's a big old lake.
All right. So here's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look at Tony. And I'm going to say, morph into your fastest flyer. I don't know if you only have one bird. I feel like you have two. But
I have two, but I'm gonna go with the owl anyway because the pine warbler is pretty useless.
Right. And she's gonna look right at Tony. She's gonna say, "This will be terrible. Riley will not be pleased. Be ready." I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sling open the hood on my ship so that it is open sky, and as soon as Tony is morphed, he can launch right out. And just in thought speak, I'm gonna holler down to Riley and to Javier to open their car doors and be ready to jump out. And I'm watching the bridge, and on the next down wobble, I'm gonna aim my poor little ship, my poor little Scooty Scoot, my stolen little TARDIS of a whoopty at the only clear spot on the bridge on the way down. I'm gonna crash it at full speed.
Oh God.
Because I'm hoping that will, one, shake the Mothman off, but two, it'll punch a hole in the bridge so that we can all jump into the water. Because they're in the middle of they're trapped. So we'll just go out the bottom.
All right, what are you rolling?
Look, nobody was getting off this bridge is all I'm saying. I'm gonna wreck it like Ralph.
Sounds good. Wreck.
All right.
It's finale. What do you got?
Yeah.
You don't have anything, Arnica. I'm sorry.
We did last time.
So how does this overlap with because Riley's concerned about protecting Javier, so was going to go eagle and fly straight at these Mothmen. I don't know where that overlaps with time shenanigans.
I'm not sure. So I don't know if you have already started morphing, perhaps, or maybe you were about to when you heard me holler to open your doors and be ready. Whether you want to go up or in the water, that is on you. You are a fast morpher. You're vicious.
Javier could be a dolphin.
But I would suggest Javier go in the water. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Is I got 2 5s, by the way.
2 5s. Okay. It is that, which is a success. So explain to me exactly what's happening again. Sorry.
Okay.
Like, what was the intent again? Because there was a lot going on, and then I'm gonna tie it into Riley real quick. Yeah.
The intent is to crash my ship pretty fast into the bridge while it's on its downshake so that she
Gotcha.
knocks the bridge loose.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we all go in the water.
The ship nosedives down into the concrete bridge. And yes, there is the success of the two Moothmen get shaken off. And Riley, and that's the thing. As soon as there is physical contact with that ship, y'all fucking see it. It's there. It's that's Effie's ship. And it just crashes into the water. You're morphing fast as shit, right? There, you see the Mothman's, the two of them have scattered. The concrete your poor car is just tipping over, going down.
Second car I've lost in this series.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're not going to want to insure you soon.
Every season, we're going to lose one. Technically,
They're like the Mythbusters.
Yeah.
So I guess making a call, the thought was she was going to at least distract them to give, now that everyone is here, time for everyone to get into the water. Is that still needed, or are they fleeing?
They don't look like they're fleeing.
Okay. Yeah. I'll squeeze Javier's hand. I'm going to buy us time, and I'll quick morph into an eagle. Should I go with blades? I don't know. I feel like an eagle with blades.
Eagle with the blades would be a little bit difficult because of the way that
aerodynamics.
Where I could end up cutting myself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also bone structures and things like that. So, Tony, you're also an owl, right?
I am, and I'm going to go after whichever of the ones got closer to us.
Nice.
Because Tony has no idea what these things are, except for the fact they're trying to destroy a bridge.
Yeah, and they're after your friends.
And we met them once, and they were jerks.
Yeah, you met him one time, and he just tried to squeeze you to death.
Yeah, I mean, I was told the story, but...
I mean, they did try to take us to a zoo to breed. I wasn't feeling too bad about killing them in the first place.
They just wanted to put you in their endangered species program.
Yeah.
And I'm a endangered species, so there's that.
Yeah. Javier, so real quick, because we know we're gonna have two birds with the Mothman. Effie's going down with the ship into the water, and Javier, you're going down into the water. Do you leap down through the sides? What's going on?
It sounded like Effie was going straight through the middle to make a hole for us to jump in.
Yeah, the bridge is in half.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to jump down to wherever Effie crashed, wherever the closest part to her is, to make sure, because again, she's in water. That's her trauma, so I'm gonna go in there to try to make sure she's morphed and not dead.
Can
Both
I
good things.
get you, Javier, real quick to just make a body resistance for me? Because that water is gonna be hard coming from that height.
Worry not. I've exercised and I have good body.
I have exercised. I've done my strength training.
That is 1-6.
Great.
Out of 3.
You're able to dive, and not get the wind knocked out of you, into the water. It's a murky, brackish lake, sort of thing, and the ship is going down. Effie, what does he see?
So there are basic crash containment stuff, like hitting a bridge in a decent spaceship or even a junky spaceship really isn't too much worse than crashing your car into the side of someone's building. As long as you're buckled in, you're probably going to bump your head a little bit, but you'll be fine. So she buckled herself in. But she did still bump her head, and she was drunk, and she's still kind of drunk. Drunk drove a spaceship through a bridge. And so now she's just kind of Effie is dazed. She is kind of hanging in her harness, dazed as the ship is sinking.
All right, cool.
Okay.
That's what's happening. Javier, are you going to turn into an aquatic creature down there, or are you going there as a person to unbuckle her?
Out of character question, I don't know much about dolphins. Do they have the dexterity to unbuckle someone?
They have the teeth to eat a seatbelt.
And they could just push the button with their seat.
Oh, that's true. The nose, yeah.
Hey, I'm just asking the question before I make a dumb decision. Yeah. You know what they say? Put your air mask on first. So I'm going to turn into a thing that can survive.
Yeah.
And then go save It's Effie.
You're diving, and we'll get to another roll to that here in a second. We're gonna go into the air. We have 2 birds of prey and 2 alien moth people in a sky battle right now. So what are y'all gonna do?
Aerial fighting. They attacked us. We blew up their ship, yes, but did not kill them except for a few. But they are attacking us now.
Yeah.
So yeah, Riley's fighting to protect everyone.
Yeah, there's not really a lot. Again, this Tony doesn't know them, so he's not really going to worry beyond saving the other people.
Fight.
So
I think I'm just going to dive. Well, not quite dive because they're in the air too, but fly at and claw.
What are you rolling?
The eagle.
Oh no, I'm rolling skirmish.
Okay.
The eagle I have set up as a finesse.
No.
A finesse. Okay. Oh no, yeah. What? Did you roll
2 1s and a 2?
Oh no. So like you go, Tony, to go. You do really bad as an owl, don't you?
It's a time warp.
You go in at one of the Mothman, and he's ready, and he just dodges out of the way, just like twists out of the way. You don't suffer any like consequences other than the fact that you miss. So, Riley, you're skirmishing.
Finessing,
okay.
And on 3 die, I got 3 2s.
Oh, you're almost as bad.
You also miss.
Yeah, I think Riley's head isn't completely in it because she was just having like these very intimate conversations with Javier, and then suddenly we're attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, suddenly you're just like, they've been waiting this whole time for you. And then they're going to come and try and punch both of y'all in the gut. So each of y'all roll body resistances for me.
Impolite.
It's got to be better than this last one.
Mine was.
Ooh, 2 6s and a 1.
You clear your stress.
I got 2 5s and a 2.
All right, well, you did get 2 5s, so go ahead and take a stress, Tony.
Yep.
To where like Riley is just too fucking good as a bird. Just like, nah, bitch. Nah. Whereas, Tony, you haven't had as much practice as a bird. So it does like graze you and sort of like hit your shoulder and like throws you off a bit, but you're able to sort of reconnect with that. Javier and Effie. Javier, you are in just swimming and morphing, and sure enough, you're able to get to be your little spinner dolphin and go into the hull of the spaceship. And she's sort of there, a little loopy. What do you do?
Yeah, I buckle them, and I guess I just try to wake them up, or
Roll something
maybe
to
I just,
unbuckle her.
huh?
Roll something to unbuckle her.
Oh.
It's a
Well, some of them
challenge.
buckle. Yeah, sure. I got finesse. Out the ass, and I got extra finesse from this dolphin.
There you go.
Finesse just popping out his blowhole.
All right, that's a 5.
Yeah, you are able to boop the snoot on the button that unsnaps her, and she just sort of starts to like float into the air, the water a little bit, and luckily enough, like there is sort of like enough space inside the ship with like water and air still, to where you're able to like just dolphin hold her head above water, and as you hear the thoughts speak in your head to wake up. Can you just go ahead and roll me a resolve resistance, please, to see if you do?
All right.
Yeah.
So resistance. All right, I got a 533.
Yeah, you go ahead and take a stress because you are in the water and there is a little bit of water in your lungs, and you kind of snort it out. But your head is above water, and there's a tiny dolphin holding you up. And you're awake.
Now wait, I didn't put X in the wrong places. Why does it say I have 3 stress? Because I definitely don't. I should have 2 stress, because one of my stress wasn't real because time unchanged. But now I have 2 stress. All right, so Javier's like, wake up, yo, Effie. And it is, any of y'all ever watch Adventure Time? Did y'all ever? I'm gonna take that as a no, which is a
I
shame.
know what this is.
Yeah, you remember that time Finn woke up in that stuff underneath all that water?
Also, your subtitles aren't.
Your subtitles are off.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, no, it's a lot like that. For like 2 whole seconds, she is fine. She's got this. She's got her head is ringing. She's got this, and then all of a sudden that water just laps up a little bit, touches her face just a little, and she realizes it's all on her. Her hands are underwater. All 4 of her legs are underwater. Her back is underwater. Both of her backs, her up back and her bottom back. No,
Whole back.
Double back. God. After she spends a minute kicking my ass for no reason.
Yeah, no, you don't understand. I'm trying to climb on top of Javier. Just 4 little hooves kicking a dolphin.
I'm just gonna blow a hole you in the face. Morph, you fucking idiot.
Rude.
You know what? She will take that from Javier today because she is. Does my beluga whale fit inside? No, that's right. I blew the
It's
thing.
open.
I blew the thing. That's why it's flooding. So good. Yeah, no. I take the world's most terrible deep breath, the breath I don't want to take, and I let myself sink into my sinking ship so that I can reach the blown open thing. I'm holding on to Javier just enough for him to pull me towards that blown open windscreen, and the second we clear it, I morph into the beluga.
Yeah. In the sky, Tony and Riley, you notice that the 2 Moothmans sort of like exchange glances, like this is a surprise and they weren't expecting it. And there's there's like, there was only, all 4 of them weren't supposed to be here. Calco was supposed to, and they decide to fuck off.
Interesting.
Because this was supposed to be easy and it's not. So it's They weren't prepared for this. They decide to fuck off.
Can I make a swoop at one of them at least while they try to fuck
Yes,
off? Because they
yes.
just tried to kill me and my boyfriend.
That's true. You could attempt to swoop at one for sure.
After wings.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna drop them out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're in the water, we're gonna get them.
I want there to be a price so they don't come after us again.
Hell yeah.
It's 3 6s.
Excellent.
No
You
fucking
slice
way.
through one of these guys' wings, and he plummets. Like, his friend tries to reach for him, but it falls out, and he's like, there's a moment where he's like, no, my buddy, and he's like, I gotta go! Like,
And I will thought speak to him as he's fleeing. There is a price for coming after us. Do not do it again.
and he kind of turns, and it's like, there's still only 4 of you.
It only took 4 of us to destroy your ship.
Yeah, but we have. Never mind. Like, never mind. And he just runs. Like, he's gonna run. Whether the threat sticks or not, you don't know. He's gonna run. You have a Mothman plummet into the water where the dolphins are at. Whether you want to kill him or not, or interrogate him, that is up to you.
Interrogation is the smart thing.
Yeah. There's also another one. Frozen in time, apparently.
Yeah. I
Oh,
haven't
well.
really got a chance to tell you guys that.
Kill him, leave him for the cryptid hunters.
There's a bigger one at home. It didn't like me.
Yeah, then in that case, I want to drown a Mothman.
Right.
I'll have to wait.
I totally think we should drown him off, and we should, you know what? That cetaceans will do
I'm pretty
that.
sure we're being allowed to.
Right? Cetaceans get mad, and they will sometimes jump on other things and just kind of continuously butt them in all their soft parts with their ridiculously hard little noses and beaks until they die. So I think that's just what Javier and Effie do. I think we just start coming in from both sides.
Yeah.
Riley will call out to everyone in ThoughtSpeak. Is everyone okay? Are you off the bridge?
Yeah, everyone's fine. We're just taking care of business down here.
Get clear of it
Cleaning
as
it up.
quickly as you can.
Mhm. Also, I know that we were unsure about it before, but these guys did try to steal us and make us breed. So I don't feel bad about any of this. Just for the record.
I felt very bad until Calca tried to squish Tony. I no longer feel bad about any of it.
Dolphin high five.
Oh, whale high five. You know what? We turn around, we do a little fluke bump.
Water mammal out.
I'll keep an eye out from above as they finish the job. The
Yeah.
Mothman in the water.
One sorry little wing floats to the surface. That's how y'all know we done.
Oh, Val, I have one important question.
Yes.
Any chance that there's one of those stun rods with it?
No, they didn't have any of their
They were
technology
clawing.
with
Yeah,
them.
they were trying to claw us.
And you
Okay,
definitely lost your gun. Like
You still
whatever
have
was
one.
in that car
Yep.
is probably gone.
Yeah, it's watered.
What there is though,
No back.
and this is sort of up to y'all if y'all want to spend some time. Y'all could dolphin rescue some of the people that are falling into the water.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Let's save the people.
I'll do that as well.
As the group of you all are ushering people onto the shore or catching them or making sure there's few casualties as possible, the camera cuts into Javier's home. And the phone is ringing. And your mom picks up. We have another camera cut to a fairly dark apartment. In an unknown location with a man Hispanic man in his 40s. And the conversation is him telling you made it safely to his house. Your
I'm gonna
mom
beat
is
up my dad.
excited. Huh?
I'm gonna have to beat up my dad.
Your dad is, and your mom is, oh, good. And he's like, sorry we didn't call you earlier, just had a lot to catch up on. Of course. I'll let you know how it goes. Of course. And the phone hangs up. And the camera sort of pans, and your dad is still in shadow. Except for his very, very red eyes. Red eyes that were very similar to red eye you saw earlier.
Oh, good.
And that is where we're going to leave it.
Can Crayak get off my ass?
No,
he likes it.
never.
Get off my dick.
Hey y'all, we're done. We finished the season. Another Space Satan and Space Jesus cliffhanger, because it just wouldn't be without it. With more Mothman still going on. And weirdly enough, Craig had nothing to do with the Mothman. Y'all didn't interrogate him, but that was all Visser One. Found them. Let them know where to find you.
Of course he did, snitch.
Darn it.
So just to kind of give y'all a hint on that. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming and showing up for all season long. We will be back with this game sometime next year. Hopefully with people returning from the previous season. I would love to see that happening, and I will make it happen if they can. And if they can't, then we will continue with what we have going on. Like I said, I got like 4 seasons sort of planned out for this. But yeah, it's just gonna get weirder. It's just gonna get weirder. We really appreciate everyone for being here, and of course my players. Y'all are wonderful as always. I love y'all so much, and thanks for letting me live out my very weird, strange Animorphs and Mothman dreams. Like, just including Mothman into everything that I can. And then yeah, with that, I don't have anything going on for the rest of the week. Oh, I do have Dragon Age. No, I don't have Dragon Age on Saturday because it's Mother's Day weekend, so we're not really doing anything. So you won't see me again on my channel until next Saturday, where we will have Dragon Age. And then next Sunday, I will be over at Sword and Key. Sword and Key, even Brindlewood Bay is not coming until next month. So really, only next Saturday is when you're going to be seeing me. I'm taking a break over the summer from producing on my own channel after Dragon Age, but I will be in other places, as well as please keep in mind that I will be casting for Extra Life starting in June. I'll be looking for GMs. I will need 9 GMs for this. So I'll be casting for GMs in June. We're going to have our Extra Life weekend the first weekend of August, so that I can get it done before my wedding and not deal with it after. But if you're interested in around a game, or just hang out with us, join my Discord, I will probably be around, maybe playing some dinosaurs and hanging out with you guys during the summer when it's either too hot or too rainy to be outside. Everybody else, who are you? What you doing? Where can we find you? Arnica, go.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone. This has been a fantastic season. My first time playing Blades in the Dark. My first Animorphs game. Best season ever. It's only going to get better. We can be weirder.
We can be
My
weirder.
destruction list this season was excellent, though. I've crashed the spaceship twice. I crashed the bridge. I was in a nuclear bomb. I fucked up everything I touched, and I loved it. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Hive at ArnicaXRoss. I am also entering my slow period. You can find some writings. Go check out the Girls Write These Worlds zine at itch.io. I'm in 1 and 2. And on Fridays, I will be in... I really just opened this so I would remember the name, and then I turned my phone off. Gently on the Wind. Gently on the Wind. I did remember. Our Valor system, 8 p.m. to midnight. Friday evenings over on the Girls Run These Worlds channel. That's it. I'm done. I'm so low key now.
I was Tony. I'm Yosin. I'm on Twitter at fellow_strike, and am also not doing a ton after this. Scheduling's been weird for me lately.
It happens.
And I'm Anna. I have been Riley, as always. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer and podcaster. Find me on Twitter and most other social media at @archival_despot. As far as where to find me, Friday night you can find me on Gently on the Wind with Arnica. Over on Girls Run These Worlds is our Ghibli-inspired Magical Girl University game in the Valor system. We are doing things far above our pay grade, hunting wraiths in a very creepy town. We fucked up last week. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Saturday night, you can find me on Lost Caravan for a very special episode of a Pathfinder game that we can't talk about until the day of the game. If you want to find out what exactly it is, come and see. That'll be in the evening, Saturday night. Tuesdays, you can find me over on Ballad of the Seven Dice with Nostradamus Core Phantom Ice. That is our Lancer mini campaign. I play I pilot a mech called Boiling Point because it is always on fire and always glowing. I completely ignore reactor safety. Other than this Saturday, normally on Saturdays, you can find me on Lost Caravan with Fatal Ascension. Our Fabula Ultima campaign is a JRPG-inspired TTRPG system. I played Cadence, the Time Assassin. We have lots of political intrigue and all of that going on in a very cool world with that. If you enjoy Lancer, find me over on Response Team Omnicron, Lancer Actual Play podcast following PR team who unexpectedly ends up on the front lines of brewing conflict. We have blown past the 6,000 downloads and are well on our way to 10. So come and help us reach that. You find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at RT Omnicron. And check out Emergent Code as well at Emergent Code Pod on Twitter. We've put out our first trailer and it's really cool and introduces all of our characters. And we're spending the entirety of this month talking about and introducing our characters. So give us a follow there so you can meet all of them ahead of our premiere in June.
Wow. You always do so much. It's insane. I am not as ambitious, but I am Roulette Alejandro Gonzalez Rodriguez. You can call me Ollie, or Lycus D Stratus, pretty much anywhere else on the internet. And Saturday, the 27th, at the end of the month, I'm doing the second stream on my channel, Delta Cryptid Productions, of a game that I made in a campaign that is basically just a recruitment arc from an anime. And hey, the first session ended with someone getting punched or kicked to 0 in one hit. So let's see what happens in session 2. The VOD for that, I suppose, is going to go up this Saturday if you missed the first episode. It's also going to be available on YouTube and any podcast, actually. If you don't know this, Spotify does video podcasts now, and you'll be able to see it there too.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know how I got that pass, but I did.
We love to see it.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Thank you.
All right. And if that's the case, we're gonna go over in a raid Stella Luna, playing some Dungeons and Dragons. It looks like just jumping right into it. Stella is a phenomenal tabletop streamer and producer. So let's go do that. And bye. See you later. We'll see y'all whenever we see y'all.